And some Nigerians tell me that they can just call you, that they don't need an engineer, that most bricklayers already know what to do in terms of the amount of materials you need, sand. Do you know the right measurement? Can you make a building without an engineer?
Why not? But the only problem there is that we have to see the structure that the architect draw and the surveyor plan, so we know what to do in terms of building this thing. But the most important thing is that if it is above a story or two-story building, you need an engineer to inspect you to go right into what they need for the building.
Okay, but if it's below 2 stories, you can handle it. Now, let's talk about training. And some of my audience earlier on, they claimed that the bricklayers are well trained because of their experience, and they don't even trust those of you who have gone to school to study this thing. All right, Engineer Raphael, what's your training like?
I would like to make a reference to what the bricklayer said.
Okay.
That they can actually build the house present after the supervision of an engineer. So due to the kind of situation we have in the country, we don't have tight regulation that can regulate things. Because when you are going beyond the story building, for instance, you can hide your inadequacy in a bungalow, or once you are going above suspicious story, 1 story, 2 story building, you need adequate structural design. You need the presence of a structural engineer, because when you look at it, when the building is loaded, you take the slab. When it is loaded, what are the forces? What are the loaded things? So over time, it's just like a housemaid dealing with the madam. See the madam putting 2 cubes of Maggi and at a particular time they put a little quantity. So what they do, they just calculate, at this particular she put this, but you don't know the science behind it. There's a science behind everything. So why their inadequacies is shown for the building, because it is a common behavior for them. So whether 1 story building or 2 story building, the presence of an engineer is needed. There are so many questions we can put to all those bricklayers. It's just because we have a lot of uninformed people. A lot of people went to school, but did not pass through them. Because before you want to do any construction, you need the presence of the structural engineer. Look at the 21 story building that collapsed. How can one is a building that has been assigned or approved for 15 stories, and you loaded it beyond 15 stories? What do you expect? It is going to buckle, that is going to fail. But like I told you again, experience is permissible. Understand? Science cannot be underrated.
While experience is good, science cannot be underrated. I love that line. All right, the people's favorite, Mr. Jimo Baba Beji. Now, the quantities. Hello? Yes, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing.
The quantity surveyor says if I want to build a house, he helps me do the costing. He tells me how much it will cost. Can you do that for me? Do I need a quantity surveyor? Can you tell me if I want to build a 1-story building, 4 flats, can you tell me how much it would cost? Is this something you can do?
Why not?
So why do we need you guys?
It's something that a bricklayer can do if you have the experience and you know the quantity of what you need for the bedroom flat, maybe 2 or 3 bedroom flats. You know the quantity of what you need. You know how many blocks you contain to make a room and what you need. So you can actually bring out the number of what you need and make it a quotation and give it to them if they can afford it.
But, so please tell me, why do we need you?
What usually happens is that like for him that is a bricklayer, they keep coming again to say, okay, we estimated this is not adequate, so you are forced to actually release more money.
So they don't make accurate estimates.
They don't make accurate estimates.
Is that true, Mr. Jimo? Your estimates might not be accurate. I might need to bring more money later on. Is that true?
No.
If you tell me this building will cost 2 million naira, can I bring 2 million naira and I can go to bed and my building will be complete?
Why not? Since I've known what I need there, this is the actual amount I need to do this, and this is the actual amount of my own workmanship. So
how does it determine?
I don't see any big deal there.
So one of your roles is to get these approval for the drawings. right?
Yes.
So which means that a lot of people who use only the bricklayer, and there's so many of them who trust the bricklayer solely for their buildings, it means they do not have
Approved plans.
approved plans.
Exactly. Which is registered by the town planning authorities, because
Is this against the law?
it is against the law. It contravenes the building laws. It contravenes the law, because you are not supposed to put a structure down without approval.
We need to educate people. You see, take for instance what the structural engineer does. It does load calculations.
Yeah.
And artisan can't do that.
I agree.
You understand? So you can have experience in, and they thrive in even the informal sector. And even in informal sector, we do resources scheduling, whereby we determine the quantities of materials, the quantum of labor that goes into it. So you're able to vet what
that cost
that man
That
gives
cost.
you. You understand?